Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
This is the stupidest video I've ever seen. Let's continue.
If my woman replies to a man on Instagram, if she likes another man's photo, she's out the fucking door. I expect absolute loyalty from my woman. And that is not mate guarding, that's not beta. That is just basic territorialism that comes with being a fucking man. I ain't having my chicks talking to other dudes, liking other dudes. My chicks don't go to the club without me. They are at home.
And you know what's so attractive about younger women? A lot of these dudes talk about fertility and look.
For the record, I have literally never seen a word out of this guy's mouth. This is the first time I ever heard his voice. I'm serious. I've seen pictures of him on the internet. I have never seen him speak or heard, excuse me, I've never heard him speak. Nor do I know the things that he says and how controversial they are. A lot of people hate this guy and other people actually love and idolize this guy, right? So that's, I'm just going to watch what he says and comment on it objectively, all right? If you're in a committed relationship with someone, you're actually committed. It's not like you're just dating, but you're actually committed. You're together, all right? Can they talk to other people? Yes. Should they be going to other people's Instagrams, you know, watching all their videos and fucking and liking everything and following? Like, that's kind of like stalking, no? I don't know. It's a little weird. Unless it's like a celebrity, I guess. That's a little different, maybe. But, like, should you just go to some common person's Instagram and be, like liking their shit? I don't know. Why would you do that? Maybe it's a family member, but it was like a random person on the internet. It's a little weird, I think. I don't know. I don't agree with everything he's saying. You shouldn't completely lock down your significant other and make sure you know everything they're doing and completely control their life. But at the same time, there should be a level of respect between significant other and yourself where you're not seeking out others and for how they look and liking them for that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't know, because that was a little clip. We don't know how extreme this guy is. Let's continue.
And stuff. I don't actually think it's that. I think that in the modern world, in the days of old, right, you'd meet a woman, you get married, you be together, whatever. In the modern world, if I meet a girl who's 33 and single, I know the amount of dick that's been through her before me is just simply unattractive. I don't care how nice you are, but you're 33 years old. How many men have fucked? If I get a 19-year-old girl, I might be her second or third man, right? I'm gonna be dude number fucking 29, and all the trauma and heartbreak and bullshit they put you through, you're gonna try and bring to my door? Like, well, my last man cheated. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Like, why is that my problem? So if you pick up older women, you have to accept they've been on the carousel longer. They've had more fucking rides, more spin. I don't want that shit. If you're a female.
So instead, you want someone who's incredibly immature, stupid, doesn't understand life, has no wisdom whatsoever, and acts like a complete dunce. Like, listen, you can argue both sides of the argument of this argument, because you can say, oh, well, if people are older and they've been through emotional trauma and they've been through other relationships before you, they're bringing baggage, right? You can argue that. At the same time, you say, well, I want someone who's been through experience, because I don't want someone who's coming into this relationship at an immature mindset that cheating is fine and, you know, fucking around is fine. You want someone who actually is looking, because they've been hurt before, they're looking for someone who actually is a serious mate. 19-year-old people usually are not looking for someone as a life mate for the rest of their life. They're just fucking around, right? So if you're in your 30s, you should probably be looking for someone also in their 30s, or at least similar to the level of, I would say, maturity that you are. Because this doesn't necessarily come with a number of age. But if you meet someone who's been through shit, right, then at least you know that they're going to have a level of maturity, because they know how bad it can be when you are mistreated in life, right? So I disagree there. This guy only wants fucking 19-year-olds. He's an idiot. You know, so you want someone who's only completely immature, has no experience whatsoever in life being a mate for someone. That's dumb, in my opinion. You know what it is? It sounds to me like he wants to be the controlling one in the situation. Since he has experience, he'll control the whole relationship between him and the girl, you know, that's what he's looking for. I completely disagree with that. So,
and you're sitting there and you have a man you genuinely like and you actually want to keep him happy, the way you think about it is, how can I increase the status of this man? How can I increase his status? How can I make him be perceived more positively in the eyes of his peers? How can I make other men look at him and be jealous of him? That's how you act. You put those pieces in line, you're gonna...
Again, this guy seems very superficial. I want to make this guy look better perceived to others. Why? Instead, okay, here's the way that I approach it, all right? here's the way that I approach it. In life, if you want to have a successful relationship, the goal is to make sure that each person in the relationship's priority is to make the other person happy. Okay? So if I'm always focused on making my wife happy and she's always focused on making me happy, we don't have to worry about ourselves anymore, because we always have someone else looking out for each other. You see? That's the true key to a successful relationship. If at one point one person decides they don't care about the other person enough anymore and there's a disparity, now you know that that relationship is falling apart. But if you have two people who are only looking out for each other, then you don't need to care about what anyone else thinks or says or does about you. So why do you care about making your significant other have a good status? Who cares about who the fuck thinks about or says anything about you outside of that relationship, right? Like, everyone on the planet could say shit about me, but as long as my wife loves me, I don't give a fuck what anyone says, and vice versa, right? Who cares what they say about her as long as I love her? That's all that matters. That's the truth of a real healthy relationship. So what he's saying is, oh, the most important thing is to make the guy look good. Why? Why does the guy even need to look good? Instead, it should just be you two caring about each other. This guy, I don't think knows what the fuck he's talking about when it comes to a real relationship. I wonder if he's even had one.
I'm a very, very happy man. It's really not complicated. So when we say things like, we don't want you going to the club, blah, 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 we're not trying to tie you down or freeze you having fun. It's not even about that. It's about the fact that every single stupid bitch is in the club, but my bitch ain't in the club. And that gives me status. I think the best thing
That
about...
doesn't make sense. What? No, here's the thing. Why would, if you're in a significant relationship with a significant other, you're committed, then it means that you're probably like spending time with that person more than anyone else on the planet. So if you have the option, you would. So why would you go to the club without them? If you, oh, we both like going to clubs, we'll go together. That makes sense. But why are you going to the club without your significant other? The whole point, a lot of the times, going to the club is to find another mate. So what are you going there for? Right? This is very confusing. The things he's saying are just ridiculous. Right? Anyway.
Life, and the worst thing about life can be the female you're with. If you have a good woman by your side who's truly down and understands who you are and who you need to be as a man and supports you the best she can, sometimes she'll cry, sometimes she'll get upset, whatever. But if she truly does, that can make life a really beautiful thing.
And all four of us know that.
And all four of us know that. And having a woman who's the opposite, ask any dude who had a divorce. Like, it can be horrible. So as a man, managing females and your relationship with females is always going to have a huge impact on how enjoyable life is, whatever. Anything. So that's a really interesting point.
How is it an interesting point? I mean, what he said was like the most base level statement you can make. What? What an idiot.
Absolutely not really love women. I have nothing against women. I believe women are the most precious things on the planet. They create life. They should be protected. They should be provided for. I would never let a woman pay for a bill. I would never let a woman, if someone touched any of my women, I would stand up against 10 men by myself and risk my life to protect her. I believe that women are beautiful creatures. I just don't think that they're as emotionally calm as men in stressful situations. I don't think they can fight like a man can. And for the same reason, I would never drop my children in an all-male nursery. I think that's strange and weird. I would only drop them in an all-female nursery. Women do certain things and men do certain things. And we live in a world now where the whole idea of the roles has been conflated to the fact where if I come along and say women are better with children and men are better at fighting, that I'm somehow fucking sexist when it's clearly true. There's nothing wrong with stating the facts. It's the truth. If I had a woman, I would just...
Well, now he's talking in general. He kind of changed the topic there twice. Again, I think what this guy is a master of, he's a fast talker. And what he tries to do is he'll bring in a common sense generality into a discussion and then make that as his entire premise of being right, when in reality his argument isn't a common sense generality, okay? Why do people think, like, for example, he's talking about bring your kids to a nursery and you want it to be an all-female nursery. Why? Why would you say that? Well, women have children and it's in their maternal instincts to take care of the child. In general, in historical accuracy, you can say in history this has happened. In general, women have the kids and raise the kids. Now, that's not in all cultures, that's not in all cases, but this is what's historically happened. The mother takes care of the children, the father is the provider, goes out and works, hunts, whatever it is, correct? We can agree that in generalities in history that's happened. Maybe not today in modern society, but that's a generality. That's part of biology because the female has the kid and gives birth. The female then takes care of the kid for an extended period of time after. So if the argument is, okay, so we're gonna have my kid and have them go to a nursery, we want all females there because they have the general, I don't know, they're wired to take care of kids. Maybe they do it better or they care more of our kids. I don't know what his reasoning there was there because it wasn't explained. But I kind of understand the generality of what he is saying is that women would be better at taking care of kids than men, and they should do it, right? So I want to take my kid to the all-female nursery. They know what they're doing. But the thing is, in modern society, gender roles can be not as generalized or specific, and males can be just as good at taking care of a kid as a female. A female could be just as good as a breadwinner as a male, because females can go out there and do the job now too, right? So, again, what he's saying is, I have this really generalized belief system, but what I'll do is I'll just tell you common sense things as a way to back it up, but then I'll push my belief system to the extreme. Like, I would only bring my kid to an all-female nursery. Why? You don't think that a male could take care of a kid? What are you, stupid? Of course they can. It's called training. Maybe they don't have the maternal instinct, but they can still train to be better. In fact, they can probably train to be better at it than a female if they so chose. So you're just because you generally believe common sense, low-level understanding. His arguments are low-level understanding, and he tries to blow it into big brain thinking that it's not. It's a simpleton's argument, what he's saying. It's dumb as shit.
Decide not to cheat because I decide. However, I would not see my infidelity as nearly anywhere near even 1% as disgusting as female infidelity, because female infidelity involves emotion. You will not sleep with a man.
He thinks that female infidelity includes emotion while male infidelity doesn't. Says who? Who says that the guy's not getting an emotional attachment to the woman he's cheating with? What are you talking about? How do you know that? Are you every man on the fucking planet? What an incredible idiot. You know what? I'm skipping the rest of this video because I can't stare at this guy's fucking stupid pinhead anymore. He's a dunce.
I got the drip, go. 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 I got the drip, go.
It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.